Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to another video here on my channel. We have something to talk about. Blizzard has given us some patch notes actually. You know, I'm a bit late to the party because I think the patch was around about 2 weeks ago. But in fact it was more than one patch. It was kind of like a barrage of patches. We got I think 3 in total. And only the first one we got like actual patch notes. Even a PTR, like it was on the PTR and then they put it onto the live server. That's probably the one that you heard about or maybe read about it as well when you saw the notes. But there have been like 2 other smaller patches that fixed issues that were implemented during the first bug fix patch. But I mean, if you've not seen it at all, or if you want to have an overview, let's have a look at it together. Yeah, on the 20th of September is when the patch dropped. Before that, there was a rather long period on the PTR where Blizzard had put some changes, then they altered it a bit, they tried to fix it, and some of them didn't work and so on. Like, they were tinkering around, but basically this is the one we got. If you if you expect like content drop or balance changes in that sense, that's not the case. They have only done bug fixing, right? Some of the bugs were very, very minor, other ones were pretty big, and most of them have been in the game for a very long time at this point, which honestly this patch came by surprise. I have no idea who thought it's the right time to do it now, but I mean, yeah, we take it, right? It's kind of nice. So I will not go over every single change because some of them are really minor, but as you can see, like if you use the monstrosity, you can now use the force move command, which is basically, I think you can set it in the settings so you always walk instead of like attacking anything else and so on. There's a couple of those. There is, by the way, we will look at that in a minute, some Datamined changes as well. Or undocumented changes that Spazo has put on Reddit. Because Blizzard was a bit lazy with the patch notes. They haven't put everything in there. But yeah, so for example, this one is, I think, most people probably didn't know, but the Alexstrata level 13 was bugged. You could, I think, permanently reset your armor basically with it. So that gets fixed. The Anduin Speed of the Pious, I think that's his level 13. Didn't fully grant cooldown reduction apparently. This is interesting, so the Bunker of Blaze, when the Punisher jumps on it, it instantly destroyed it. Maybe that was intended back then. I mean, now it's not getting killed like that anymore. Let me see, Cho'Gall, Chromie. Ah yeah, here this one, the level 20 Chromie bug. Probably a lot of people have seen it when you use a loop. So you cast loop on someone and then you skill the level 20 loop. The target will permanently have the loop icon around them and be in your vision actually until it dies. So it actually happened in the in-house league when Maitri or when we were playing together, Maitri accidentally used that bug. And yeah, basically you had perma vision on the opponent in that case. Yeah, that's been fixed. Apparently there were some bugs where Chromie couldn't place the traps in location. I don't know exactly. Honestly, I never noticed that. This one is rather big as well. The Deathwing Gaze onto Destruction. That's his level 16 talent. So when he falls from the sky, right, when he's landing, he would reduce damage from heroes. That's what the talent says. I don't know if the number on top of my head, but it would basically, the bugged version would basically reduce everything. Like boss, keep, core, heroes, minions, everything would deal reduce damage after he was landing. So the talent was much stronger than it was supposed to. There's some diva changes. I think the interesting one is... Wait, which one is it? I mean, they're probably, if you're diva main, they might all be interesting, but I think it's the first one here. That allowed self-destruct to be activated while diva's mech was disabled by taking enough damage. So, I think it was a little bit like the Blaze Bunker. if you time it right, she was always able to get... like, she was always able to jump out of the mech with a self-destruct, even though it should have not been possible, I think. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. There's not too many divas around. Okay, Hogger, guys. Is Hogger getting nerfed? Let's have a look. Fixed an issue that allowed Hogger to use his dance without incurring movement restrictions. So I think Hogger was able to dance while walking around to rub even more salt in the injury. Imperious E, the Molten Armor, dealt inconsistent damage apparently. That's just been fixed. There's a bunch of Lily fixes, mostly with her level 16 talent, I think. The Blessings of Julon, I believe, that's the 16. I'm not gonna go into detail there. There was a bug with Mal'Ganis when you went for Blind as a Bat. It would change, I think it would increase the cooldown of your Q by 1 second, and something with the mana cost. That has been fixed. There was an armor issue with Mei that has been fixed. There was a very, very big issue with Orphea. And honestly, we didn't see it much, but it was actually game breaking. So what happened is Orphea was able to auto-aim her Q, I guess. You could always get the jump. I think you had to press Q and auto-attack at the same time or something. Or like it was like a bit specific how to proc it. It wasn't too hard though. Some people were using it. I think I saw a clip on Fans channel where someone did it in Storm League as well. I think in Europe, I haven't really seen it in high MMR, but it was kinda game-breaking if the Orphea player wanted to do it. Another game-breaking one, and maybe Samuro is now useless, for all the Samuro enjoyers out there, this is very bad news for you. So, Samuro was able to press mirror image, base, and then get full HP and swap back onto the battlefield, right? This is not gonna work anymore. They fixed that. So you cannot globally get back onto the lane and refresh your HP. Yeah. There is a lot of Sylvanas text. Basically, she will deal less damage than before. And what was happening, so Sylvanas, or Sylvanas trait, right? You auto-attack 3 times, each time applies a stack, and then when you have 3 stacks, it would unlock more damage, for example, or certain talents would interact with it. All of that was buggy, because she would always apply all these benefits on the 3rd auto-attack, the moment you applied the stack, which was not intended. So basically she always dealt a little bit too much damage in all these scenarios. And yeah, that's what they are fixing. I think she is still very strong, by the way. But yeah, I mean, if you're running away from Sylvanas and you're very low HP, then it was probably the bug fix that saved you. Let's put it like that. Lost Vikings. Oh yeah, we can use Longboat Raid with Force Move command. Tychus would show an unknown ability damage in the damage screen. Okay. Tyrael. Ah yeah, this one. The Tyrael one was a little bit like the Deathwing, I think. So when he dies, he would apply the damage reduction to non-heroes as well. So feeding as Tyrael. I mean, it's still you know, you have your trait, but it's not buggy anymore. And then I think for the Zeratul experts, this one might be a slight nerf as well, because it's not buggy anymore. I think you got like 2 Ws out in very quick succession or something. Yeah, they mention it here, fix several abilities that were not disabled during the toy train. So I think people could do all kinds of shenanigans with the toy train. In my opinion, no one should ride the toy train, first of all. So yeah, they fixed some bugs with it. I think it's still kinda clunky and very annoying. If your teammate has a toy train and you right-click your teammate, your character starts mounting. It's awful. But yeah. For the ARAM enjoyers, this is, I would say for most of you it's good news, because I know many of you don't really like it. So basically, reduce the chance of everyone being forced to select the same hero from 5% to 2%. If you think back to when Blizzard had changed the map pool and the ARAM categories, like all the heroes were, I guess it was a bug fix as well, right? Because they put them into the right categories. They had implemented the 5% chance of getting mirror matches, and on day 1 it was something new, and people were like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty fun." On day 2, they already got a bit bored of it. On day 3, they realized that most of the time these mirror matches are really fucking boring. And a week in, they were rage quitting those ARAM games, I think, most of the time. So Blizzard has reduced it to 2%, so it's still gonna happen, but a lot less often. So these were the official notes from Blizzard. We have our man Spazzo on Reddit. Here's the Datamined stuff he says. There's a few other things I think that he noted down here. So for example, experience globes can no longer be disjointed by teleporting. I mean, experience globes are, yeah, they not my favorite thing, and yeah, sometimes they wouldn't get picked up. I guess even disjointed by teleporting. So even though they were latched onto you, I guess you would not get the XP. I guess they fixed that. This one is quite interesting. On Brex's holdout, the banelings, when you were blinding them, they didn't deal damage to the... Or they didn't deal damage when exploding. So that has been fixed. And then we have the ARAM one, yeah. I think there was something with Blaze. Ah yeah, here, with Blaze. Fixed an issue that caused suppressive fire to not reduce healing dealt. Suppressive fire is this level 7 Q talent that was bugged. They fixed it here. And then you see like all these nodes, they evolve around the toy mount, because everything was buggy with the toy mount apparently. Is there anything else that I had in mind here? No, this is all toy mount. But yeah, you can look at this yourself if you're interested. Maybe there is 1 or 2 more changes in here that were not noticed in the main patch notes. I guess down here, and at this point it has been fixed, but Blizzard wanted to change the home screen, and on day 1 when you logged into the game, there was no home screen anymore. It was like empty. It's been fixed by now, so don't worry. And actually, with this patch, right, the one we're talking about here, they had it's always happening like that. They bring out the patch and then some things don't work, some things are bugging out. So for a couple of days we had to play with Muradin having 10 block stacks instead of 4. Illidan I think the same. And there was something wonky with Zarya block stacks as well. So yeah, for a couple of days Muradin was running around with 10 block stacks. They had fixed that pretty quickly. I think it's... oh, wrong button. I think they fixed it in this one. So this was the patch right after. These are all patch notes that Spazzo posted on Reddit, because Blizzard has not given us any official notes on these. But basically... let me see, was there any... ah yeah, home screen background updated to Halloween 2018. Maximum amount of block charges reduced from 10 to 4. And then... ah yeah, there was something with Alexstrasza that didn't work, like the 13 bug fix with the armor, right? So they fixed that again. Trust me, they fixed it. It's fine now. And at the end he says there's a new Brightwing bug. Let's see if you can find it. Quick spoiler: there was a level 13 Brightwing talent that is supposed to increase your healing, but it reduced it to 0%. So the talent was completely broken for a while as well. Just a couple of days though. Blizzard was actually very quick at fixing these. Block stack maximum set to 4. I think a second attempt on trying to fix all these block stack shenanigans that we had. This one is very interesting, because Blizzard had not told us that they are working on a fix for that as well. But for the Rhaegar enjoyers, and especially those that go W build, the level 16 talent was bugged for a long time at this point, actually. And it was similar to the Falstad W bug that we had, where so you press W, it ramps up the damage, and then the next time you apply your W, the damage was not reset, but would scale off of it. So it would actually deal a lot more than it was supposed to. It's fixed now. And yeah. I think that this one is also the level 13 Brightwing that got fixed. No worries, you can still play Brightwing again. And yeah, this one is, again, now increases healing. And I think once they've done that, Blizzard has actually fixed the bugs that they had in mind that they wanted to get rid of. So thumbs up for that. Yeah, was a surprising patch, but they did actually sit down and work on it, and it didn't go all smoothly, right? So they had to revisit the patch and work on it again. A couple of times, actually. So it's kind of interesting to see that they put the hours in. Not related to the patch notes, but, you know, Heroes of the Storm. We have a new tournament coming up. Kaldor has announced another MetaMadness. Number 8 at this point. You can read the bullet points here, but basically it starts at end of October. It's open to everyone, the sign-ups. So you sign up with 5 players, right? Like a full roster. It's no captain's draft or anything. There's no restrictions in terms of rank or anything, so it's open to whoever wants to play, basically. And there will be pre-banned heroes again, determined by Carlos' community, depending on how many, I think, subscriptions he gets. But yeah, that's coming up for the people that wonder, is there any tournaments? We will get another MetaMadness. Yeah. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. I think that kind of sums up these massive patch notes. I mean, they're actually kind of big for a dead game. But yeah, who's the winner, who's the loser? Actually, I think there's only losers, because in fact, most of the heroes, they got like slight nerfs when they get bug fixed. I guess Sylvanas is for sure one that sticks out, because her whole kit was kind of buggy, and she would deal more damage than she was supposed to. So that's for sure one. And you know, a lot of like very small quality of life changes, I guess. Maybe Lily 16 is OP now, I don't know. I'll let you guys figure that out. Blind as a bat. Doesn't increase your Q cooldown anymore. Orphea is fixed, you know. If you were terrified of the auto-aim Orphea Qs, it's gone. And Samuro, actually the biggest loser, I think. Because he cannot globally reset as HP anymore. Which is probably very sad for the Samuro players out there. But yeah, I think that sums it up. Let me know what you think about the patch. Or the patches, actually. Is there any other bug that you really want to get fixed? Because let's be real here. Like on Reddit, there's a list of like, I don't know, 200 different items that are bugged in this game. Most of them are very small things, just like slight inconsistencies or, yeah, as I said, like very small bugs. But is there anything that comes to mind that you want to see get fixed? Did Blizzard forget anything? I mean, of course they forgot to they forgot to nerf some of the heroes. They didn't give us new content. They, you know, it's still in maintenance mode, basically. Maybe at BlizzCon, if we all channel our copium hopium, they will mention Heroes of the Storm in some way. I don't know. But yeah, that sums it up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the Nexus.